What's up, everybody? Welcome back up here on the lake today doing some fishing. Well, there ain't nobody around today, guys. We're gonna do some pan fishing. We're gonna chase some perch. We're gonna get probably some bluegill, some bass. Who knows what we'll catch, but we're gonna target perch and stuff like that because I'm gonna do a catching. Well, I'm gonna do a catch and cook later because I'm gonna cook it later and eat it, but I'm gonna catch it today. But what I'm gonna do is, guys, I want to talk about something that I've got on the boat. I've been using it for a while. We're going to use that today to catch these fish. I got a lot of positives to say about it, and I got a little bit of negative, quite a bit of negative. So some people hate this thing. This is the thing with it. Some people love it, and some people hate it. There's no in between. There doesn't seem to be. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about, and then we're going to get on the water. We're going to run up the lake. We're going to do some perch fishing. So, guys, let's check it out. All right, guys. She's on the boat. If y'all don't know what this is a Garmin LVS 34. This is brand new technology. They had the 30, I think it was the LVS 32 is what was before this. This came out, I don't know, about 5 months ago or so. Not that long ago. I've got it on a Summit pole. I might do a video for people that care about this later, because this pole is awesome and it's cheaper than most of the other poles. Most companies want like $300 for a pole, and this works out really good. What this is, guys, is this is LiveScope LVS 34. This is pretty much live sonar. So you see live what's going on under the water. It makes for an interesting fishing. It makes for interesting fishing, guys. You're able to catch fish that you normally wouldn't be able to catch. And you can see fish no matter what, no matter if they're biting or not. So it's a crazy, I don't know. I like it, but then again, there's things about it that I don't like, and it's not got nothing to do with the product itself. It's just the way that it can alter. Well, we'll talk about all this later. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's get on the water, take it out, and do some fishing with it, and then we'll talk about it as we go. So, all right, guys, let's get at it. Here comes a fish. There he is. I've kind of seen him come up and grab it. Boy, he's on the bottom. These bigger perch might be out here just laying on the bottom. I've seen him come towards the bait as I threw it out there. That's a good perch. Nice big perch. Throw him in the pot. Throw him in the perch pot because today's a catch and cook later. There's a fish. There he is. You can just see him come up. Another nice perch. Oh, that might be a bass. No, it's a nice perch. Another nice perch. I don't know. He's kind of thin though. I think I might just let him go. Looking for a little bit better eaters. I might keep him. I know. I'll let him go. Let him grow. I hate touching these perch, guys, I'll be honest. It's one fish I don't like messing with too much. They don't spine you as bad as a white bass does, but they still, or a yellow bass, but they still spine the hell out of you. And they don't feel good. Alright, guys. We're out here catching fish that I normally wouldn't catch. And that's one of the positives to this thing, is it teaches you. It does. It you can kind of learn from it a lot. I've already learned something from this thing. So we'll move around the corner, see what we can do. We'll just comb around this way, maybe hit these little pockets. It's kind of like sniping fish. You just kind of like go along, you see some, and then you just plug at them. They either hit or they don't hit. There's a few. I'll take it. There he goes. There he is. Like that. Found a couple over here. It's finding the pockets of them. It's important. Find little pockets. He's little, but I'm gonna save him. Here comes one. Did it fall? There he is. I'll kind of pop that off the bottom. That's a good perch. I just popped. Y'all seen how I done it. Y'all see exactly how he hit. That's a good perch, man. Here, I want y'all to see the perch. That's the best perch yet. Good perch. There's one. Oh, there he is. Ha! I didn't see him hit on the ground. I didn't need to. I felt him here. He's not super big. But, guys, that was cool. He's not very big. He's about the size of what the marks were on the graph. So that's I'm learning something. That a big bass is gonna look big, like on there. Compared to your bait, like it's gonna look noticeably robust. I guess, unless this was a small one, but I'm sure that's the case, because if this is big and that's about right. But just seeing how they were reacting to that. Here, let's let him go. See, buddy? See how they were reacting to that real time with that thing. Man, that was cool. I haven't done that before yet. I've been catching these like perch and stuff like that, but that's on a different ball game, because that's right up my alley. Like seeing structure and seeing the fish that I normally wouldn't see right there. I'm gonna mark that too. That way I know, which I know it's there now anyway. All right, guys, I didn't have my camera on because, like I said, today's kind of a test day. Got this nice spot. Look at this, guys. And look at all those spots and bluegill down there. Holy moly, guys. This is a game changer. Like, for real. Like, I don't even know. I'm like fishing. All right, guys. Well, the day is done. So that's it, guys. We took that thing up there, fished with it for a while. I took it out a couple of days prior to that, and I had really good success, but I kind of didn't mess with the camera. I should have, because I had better catches the prior days before that. So I only caught a few fish in this video, not as many perch as I really wanted to catch, but every day I take it out, I'm learning. And I didn't get on camera when I caught that bass. What happened was I went over it. I was trolling over it like 1.5, 2 miles an hour, and I was kind of sniping. I was putting the transducer forward and just looking and watching. And as I went over it, I went over a piece of stump structure in the water, and as I went over the top of it, there was this bass all over it. And that's the thing I'm trying to get used to, trying to learn what bass look like over bluegill and just everything. Trying to figure out how everything moves. My years of fishing, it's not hard to determine, but bass move a certain way and they act a certain way. So I kind of got an idea what they do. Panfish do too. Crappie, I have no idea how I don't know if they just sit still or if they move a lot. I'm not sure, but that is something, you know, I'll figure out as we go on. But what was happening is, as I went over the top of that, I seen those bass, and I was able with that thing to throw in different things and kind of watch them and figure out what they're doing and how they were reacting to it. When I threw that jerkbait, they were following it. So by like the third cast with the jerkbait, they just smoked it, or that little one did. I didn't really get a big one, but seeing the marks on there, I'm able to kind of trying to figure out, you know, what size of fish that I'm dealing with, because the mark of the bait looks big, but so does the fish, so you're kind of like trying to figure it out. But whatever. This thing, to me, is a game changer. For me, being able to, one thing that I've struggled with, learning to fish, you know, no one's taught me to fish the way that I fish. You know, I've watched YouTube videos, of course, and a lot of things that I've learned from YouTube videos over the years, it's hard to put into demonstration unless you have someone there when it comes to, like, say, like my hummingbird using the side imaging and down imaging. With this thing, the thing is I'll be able to go over structure with the hummingbird, be able to look at stuff that I would see and mark it, and then before I wasn't quite sure if I was seeing bass or if I was seeing fish. I couldn't quite tell. You know, it was one of those things I kept struggling with last year, which I didn't talk about it. But with this, I'll be able to go over structure, mark it, and be able to go up there and look at that structure that I marked and be able to determine and be able to see right then if those are fish or not. So I'll be able to scan structure with it. Is it a search tool? No, it's not a search. The cone on that thing is really narrow. So that's one thing that's kind of frustrating. You got to move it around and cast and kind of find your bait. It's got a narrow cone. So when it comes to searching, you can kind of, like I did do what I was just talking about, like going forward and then seeing structure and seeing fish. So in that aspect, you can use it. But using alongside like down imaging in the back and side imaging, man, game changer. How will this affect fishing as time goes on? I mean, a lot of people have talked about it. I don't know. I don't know. Should it be legal in like bass fishing, like guys have talked about in tournament fishing? Should, the LiveScope be illegal? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's one of those things that if you have it, it's awesome. But if you don't have it, it's kind of one of those things that, like me, for years I've wanted it. I've been watching videos. I've been watching it. And it's just expensive, and it just one of those things I've wanted to get, but now that I have it, it's like awesome, but also I can see all the negatives to it. There are negatives to this thing, and one of them being it could change the way you fish because you're so focused. Like for days that I was using it, I'm just glued to this thing. Like I'm staring at it, like I'm throwing like stuff out and watching it. So in that aspect, you got to be careful with it because you will just kind of like just get zombied in on it. You're just sitting there watching it, and like it'll keep you from using what you've learned all the years, So you got to break away from that and use what you know, and then use it when you need it, and try to focus on it when it needs to be, and not let it like zombie you out and like you can spend hours of staring at that thing. I did the other day. I was like, I spent 4.5 hours just glued to that thing looking at it. So that's one thing you got to be careful with. How will it affect bass fishing? I don't know. How will it affect fish? I don't know. I do know that crappie guys, like I've been watching videos of crappie guys that are able, I think maybe eventually it could affect limits as this technology becomes more and more used by more and more people, and as it progresses forward, it could make crappie fishing eventually a lot harder due to the fact that, or maybe not so much harder because fish are always going to have their characteristics, but with that thing you'll be able to find them and locate them. It may make them harder, but it definitely will maybe lower limits because it may, in turn, with time, it may lower the amount of crappie there is available in reservoirs due to the fact that people are able to locate them and snipe them out. I mean, you can like sit there and like jig them out and get them to hit. But that's another thing too, is there was so many fish. There was one day I went out and took it to the river, and I didn't show a video on that. I took it to the river when I first got it, and I was like going up to there, and I seen so many fish, and I went to like the cave and went crappie fishing in the areas I normally hit, and I could see so many fish, but I could not get them to hit. No matter how much I jigged down and tried to mess with them, nothing happened. Wasn't able to get anything to hit. Is it a cool technology? Yes. Am I excited to have it? Very much so. I have to be careful with it though. It's one of those things it's very addictive technology. It's really cool to be able to sit there and look at it. How will it affect my videos going forward? I don't know. I'm not going to like just focus on it. But in turn, like if y'all enjoyed this, looking at it, maybe I'll make videos with it and about it, and then some without it and stuff, and keep doing my regular bass fishing. But I definitely will have it on the boat as a tool. It's amazing. But that's it, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching these videos. I'm trying to think of anything else about it. I mean, other than it just like maybe affecting fish as time goes forward, that could be a problem. I don't know. A lot of people have talked about that kind of stuff. Should it be legal in tournament fishing? I don't know. Maybe. It seems like everybody in that high degree of tournament fishing have it now. So does it hurt anglers without it? Probably. It will, especially offshore fishing. Like, I've watched Scott Martin's channel a lot this year, and I noticed that he struggled a lot offshore, and I think due to the fact that the guys that perfected offshore fishing many years ago was able to tear it up for so long, and now with this new technology, people are able to just go and locate these areas and tear them apart. So that may not be the best thing over a period of time, but I don't know, guys. It's cool to have. It's nice. I hope y'all like this video. If y'all are interested in me making more videos about it and showing more, maybe setting up a camera and keeping that as a thing, let me know. I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I'll see y'all guys later. Y'all guys take it easy. We'll be doing some more fishing. And another thing, now that I think about it, as I'm loading it out, it's going to help me a lot this winter. I'm not a good winter fisherman. I've never been a good winter fisherman. As these fish pull back into in the schools and set deep. It's been hard for me to locate them. This thing's going to really help me this winter. So that's something I'm really excited about. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I'll see y'all guys later. How do y'all like my little room in here? This is my winter setup. We'll be sitting in here a lot, probably talking about whatever. But I appreciate y'all guys. Y'all guys take care.